So Will Smith kind of gave you your first deal?
Yeah, man. Shout out to Big Will Smith.
Where was Will in his career at this point?
Will, this was when Will was on fire.
Independence Day already came out?
The biggest, yes. This was Men in Black.
Okay.
Like he was the biggest movie star in the world.
Okay, so Fresh Prince was already done.
Yeah, but this because you got to remember, there was this time where Will was everything. Like he was a TV star, a movie star, and a rap star. Like this Big Willie style was crazy. I'm pretty sure Big Willie style went diamond. And this was getting jiggy with it. This was Miami, just the two of us. Like the Men in Black dance. Like I'm telling you, I got with Will when I think it was 96, 97, somewhere in there.
All right, yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, RIA 9 times platinum.
Yeah.
So you're right there.
Yeah, like Big Will was doing it, and that's when. And again, I had the stigma of being, the next Will Smith. So, but
okay,
he looked out for me, man. I mean, at the first meeting, I was 16 years old. He's like, man, you remind me of myself. And that's probably, to be honest, that's probably why I look out for young people like Kehlani, because Will Smith did the exact same thing for me. Didn't want nothing from me. Okay. Changed my life.
So he signed you, I guess?
Yeah.
To what, his production company?
At the time, Overbrook Entertainment had just started. He signed me to everything. I walked my first meeting when he had heard that it was this kid who was doing stand-up and incorporating rap into his stand-up act and all of that stuff. So he had heard about me. I was doing stand-up in Atlanta at this thing called Laugh-A-Palooza, and somebody from his company was there. They had a tape, sent it to Will. Will saw it. He's like, I want to meet that kid. Came back to L.A., Will walked into the office at Universal. I was like, yo, he's the DJ. I'm the rapper was my first cassette. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't be where I right now if I wasn't for this dude. And I right there on the spot, I pitched him this pilot. I was like, yo, it's like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but it's me in a military school, and it's called Loose Cannon. And I had the script and everything. He was like, yo, you're brilliant. He's like, you remind me of myself, because I had the theme song written in my head already. I rapped him the theme song, and he was like, let's go. And he signed me. Within a week, we had a 6-episode commitment at Warner Brothers on the WB.
That came out?
It didn't get. That's a whole nother story.
Okay.
That's part of why I went broke. But it was supposed to come on right after the Jamie Foxx show. It was like, and Bentley Evans, who created Jamie Foxx, and Martin and all of that worked. He was the showrunner. I thought I was on. I thought I was that kid. Just 17 years old. I got a TV deal and a record deal in the same day. Will's was distributed through Interscope at the time. Mm-hmm. He put me in the studio. First thing he did, put me in the studio with Jazzy Jeff. Sent me all of, he knew I DJ'd a little bit. Put me with Biz Markie at the time. I was running around the country being Biz Markie's roadie. Like, Will literally put me through hip hop school. Put me in Jazzy Jeff, Biz Markie, MC Light, all Slick Rick. Had me around all of these people showing me how to game. I had never really, before that, I didn't know how to write 16 bars. You know what I mean? I didn't know you wrote 16 bars. I thought you just rapped until you got tired. You know what I mean? Somebody bringing the hook at some point. But he showed me how to structure a song. And like I said, this is Big Willie style. So he put me in the studio with the track masters and all of these people. Like, that's where I met Chris Lighty, all of that stuff.
Spend some money on you.
Yeah, like it was popping. So he kind of turned me up quite a bit, and then put me in my first movie.
Drumline.
Interesting, like my first time I showed up on film was in Men in Black 2.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm a junior agent, and that character was supposed to go on, and I was supposed to be the guy that took Will's place eventually in Men in Black 7. You know what I mean? Like they was building it like that, like, oh, we'll start him here, and as the other, Men in Black show up, he'll be like he'll be Jay's little trainee. That's kind of what I was.
But he helped get you Drumline.
But what happened with Drumline, my first starring role, I was up against a bunch of other guys, and Will picked up the phone and called the head of Fox and was like, yo, this kid is the truth. Like, if you don't hire him, he's like, you making a mistake. And next day I had the job. So like he definitely, he put that call in to the bosses upstairs. So like he always looked out. Never wanted nothing from me. To this day, one of the most solid people I've ever met in my life. And I think that's even one of the reasons why I work so hard in this industry and why I'm so generous and humble, is because he was a great example for me.
What made you guys part ways, though, ultimately?
I think and that's because I learned the game. I never had any bad blood. I just understood business. His label was no longer distributed by Interscope, so there wasn't a real Overbrook Records at the time. So there goes my music project. The television deal, I got a 6-episode commitment for whatever reason. The WB was going through a transition. They had a huge black audience, and then they wanted to get that white audience. So all of the black shit that they was developing, they cleaned that slate, and they didn't pick up my show. And I can't be mad at Will. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't make that decision. So I'm gonna go back and say, can I get another TV deal? Like, that kind of went away. So he was always my man, 50 grand as an individual, but the deals expired. You know what I mean? I couldn't keep, just because he got money, I couldn't keep. And you know what? I was that kid, the private jets and the mansions and all of that. I wasn't impressed by that. If anything, that shit made me sick, because I wanted my own, and I never wanted to be a part of anyone's entourage. And everybody else was so cool being boys with Will, and even like, I hated being called Will Smith's protege. I hated it. As much as I loved the opportunity, say, I want to make, and even to him, I was like, I want to give this man enough respect that he gave me an opportunity that I can go make my own bag. I can stand on my own square. And that's what I did. I was like, yo, I'm not coming back to Will until I got my own. And now, you know, we can sit down at the table as men, and I could say thank you, but
I think it's
we
dope.
can hold our own.
But I think it's dope what his son Jaden has been doing recently also. Like,
Man,
his son,
I mean,
he took the platform that Will already had, obviously.
Yeah.
But he
did it on his own.
Did it on his own.
Did it on his own. He never asked for his pop's help. And it's just like, Jaden's an amazing spirit, man. That dude is next level. Like,
I met him a couple times.
Yeah, he's going to do some other stuff in this world, man. Like, that kid, he just think different. He move different. Like, it's something really special with that kid. And, like, look who his parents are. Yeah. And look how he was able to be raised. And, like, they're true artists. You know what I mean? And it's really special. And it's funny because, again, I watched every step of Will's parenting to learn how, I don't know about starting my own school for my kids, but let me go, you know what I mean? Like, I'm watching how they do it because I'm learning, you know what I mean? And one thing, you can say whatever you want to say about the Smith children, you can't say they're not brilliant, you know what I mean? Like, they may have some quirky ways of thinking and delivering things, but they're magnificent. Like, I've seen them go from infants to where they are today. They're learning, languages, they're well traveled, and it's like, I'm learning because I got kids in a similar scenario. So I'm like, all right, I want them to move like this. I want them to do this, and I'm learning from how Will and Jada did. Yep.